definitely.
You rolling?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm really.
Angel Yao in Hollywood?
Hi.
There's been good news lately, sort of, that somebody from your comedy school just got chosen to be a new cast member on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
So I was curious what the reaction was with you and your classmates and, you know, your friends.
It seemed regular because a lot of people from UCB always like ends up in some sort of TV show or comedy thing.
Yeah, it's true.
So I don't think it was too much of a surprise.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah, and I didn't know her personally, so I don't know how, or I've never even seen her do comedy before.
The person we're talking about, she actually, her father and her grandfather were both show business professionals, comedy professionals. So,
right.
I mean, so it's really, wouldn't you say it's really sort of your parents' fault and your grandparents' fault that you weren't chosen for Saturday Night Live?
I guess if you put it in that way, then yeah, I definitely think family connections are important. And if I was pursuing construction working or like sewing, then perhaps my parents could have helped me. But I chosen performance, which they don't do at all. So it's all, like I have to rely on myself, I guess.
Do you feel you have to work harder to be taken seriously as a comedian because you're female?
There's definitely certain aspects that's harder for females to do comedy. If like even for race, if you know Asians do jokes about Asians, it's fine. But if another race does a joke about another race, then it's kind of off-putting. Right. So I feel like it's kind of in that realm.
Well, it used to be in the old days that female comedians, for the most part, were kind of goofy. You know, they go out and go for a goofy look. Actually, because of people like Tina Fey, is there actually more pressure on female comedians to be attractive, like conventionally attractive? And is that, well, let's just stop there. Let's ask that question first.
I don't think so. I think it's like any other comedians. There's the, you know, cute, sweet, silly comedian, and then there's more sophisticated, I have opinions type of comedian, and I think that's everyone. And I don't think being female would affect that aspect. So, so I feel like there's no sort of you know, it being attractive or not. I don't think that plays into it. It definitely goes into the character of that person, but it wouldn't like no one has the better hand.
I know that my guy friends don't expect attractive females to be genuinely funny because they just don't, and they're always more surprised by you because of that. Like when they see pictures of you and I tell them, check this girl out, she's really funny, they're always like, yeah, she's a cute young girl and that's why you think she's funny. And then they actually check you out and they're really impressed, you know. But it's always, they're always surprised by that. Like, is that annoying to you, or do you actually work that to your benefit?
I like the where you see something and have people already like assume certain things,
right?
And then you surprise them. It's like an element of surprise. So I think that's, you know, that's good, because I don't like when, because you know people always, even if they don't say so, you always have a first impression on how you present yourself on stage without saying one word. And then once you open your mouth or do whatever, then, you know, then they know more about you. So I guess I use it to my advantage because then there's always that element of surprise. And
right.
And then that's another layer to the comedy, I guess.